What do we got? Okay, what do we get? Second position. It's not first position. That's not third position. What is this? What is this? I thought we only got first and third position. Anyway. Yeah, my pixel bud. Okay, let's see. Film is pretty good. Holtzman's good and works well with film. Could be a Beast game, could be an Ilbon game, could even be a Paul game, or a Lazy game. There's no argument for any of these leaders. Shifting Allegiances draws attention. BG Sister is good. Truthsayer is good. Ixguild Compact is good with Truthsayer. This might actually be an Armand game because there's 3 costers that are strong and work well together. So I think we pick Armand here. And I always love playing Armand in second position. We can get Swordmaster by double smuggling or by smuggling round 2 and getting the combat this round. If we hit wealth. We draw our ring, which is pretty nice here. Yeah, what we try to do is the double, the early Swordmaster play. We use the ring to grab, I think, Truthsayer here. Shifting Allegiances is a little bit stronger, but Truthsayer works with the Ixguild and is more fun. So we're going to pick up Truthsayer. Unfortunate that I lost my first two prelim games, but, you know, there's 2 more to go. You lose some, you win some. It's not a big deal, in my opinion. Sorry if that's a spoiler for anybody. But guess what? We're playing a game that doesn't involve a Baron or a Tessia this time. So, you know, probably very different than the tournament game. You know, we could also get... I'm thinking we could get another shipping bump from... Well, we're not going Hardy, so I guess we could put that out of our brain. The good news is also that we have a green and we have a yellow in the next hand. It's a very well-balanced hand, actually. It's a film, I'm sure. Yep, he does. Spy Satellites is very strong. Something that we want to consider for sure. Okay. I don't know how to say this guy's name. Sequel? Sequel. Marcusus and Endless Desert. That one's easy. Appropriate for this game as well. We are not even participating in the combat, so Ilbon's going to get a nice 2 spice for not a lot of effort. And the other nice thing is that when we do get our Swordmaster next round, we're going to have our Diplomacy too. So we'll go Smuggling, Swordmaster, we get a trash, and then Diplomacy. The Diplomacy doesn't cost us a trash because we already have 2 on non-faction. So it's a good place to be for sure. I don't think Raban is going to pick up the Ixguild here. I think he would definitely prefer the shifting, but we have a good option no matter what. All 3 of these cards are excellent. I prefer Ixguild, followed by shifting, followed by BG Sister. But, you know, if he picks up one of the other 2, I'll definitely pick up the shifting. Picks up that one. No surprise there. Let's get some dreads. Oh, what? He has 6 persuasion? He has 6 persuasion. Okay, well, I guess we pick up a sister then. Esmar. Let's try to get Esmar. That would be beautiful with Truthsayer. Yeah, that's a goal for sure. Next round, we have Convincing. Rakonis, we have like 3 persuasion we're revealing, so probably not going to happen. With a road that's consistently good like this one, having a mimic film like Beast does is pretty solid. We could also hardy next combat, because we'll have our diplomacy and we still have our water left over. Although, people didn't actually spend very highly on that combat. We could go dagger to High Council here, pick up Esmar. I don't think that's worth it. It's really good with Truesayer, though. Honestly, I'm considering it. The problem is, like, if we don't draw the Truthsayer and the Esmar together, it's going to be pretty sad. Right. What are we giving up? We're giving up whatever our diplomacy would do. Raid stockpile is not super impressive. However, the spice is really good with a Holtzman and a spice ats. And that's... I'm not even sure that I get hardy. Beast probably takes hardy. I like seeing 3 people fight over fold space. That's a good place to be. None of them have Interstellar. Like, none of them are getting anything out of this race here, but I am getting something out of ignoring it. Still suits. Okay. Did he have faction last round? Yes. So he doesn't have faction, which means that we're guaranteed hardy here if we want it, and I think we do want it. He doesn't have his ring either, so we're very likely to win the combat, unless he, like, deploys 3 at a city. Which could happen. I mean, actually, it's probably very likely. He doesn't have anywhere else to go. So if I go High Council, right? Takes me on a 4 Solari. Not in the combat at all. I think this is better. Play your faction when you have it, right? Also, we'll get to know what Beast deploys. Like, we'll know if Beast is going, you know, to put in triple troops, because he'll move before we do. So that's one of the benefits of Swordmaster, is you get sort of, by going later in the round, you get to know what the opponents are doing. It's pretty impactful sometimes. You're going to take this last action, you know, knowing what everybody, but in this case Leto's, movements are. So we picked up a lot of green. Picked up 2 BG, 2 green, 1 Emperor. So we definitely trash a dagger here. He goes tech negotiation, so we definitely go hardy here. We could put 3 troops in, but then we leave ourselves, like, vulnerable to Leto going to a city. Which, to be fair, he might do that anyway. In fact, he's reshuffled, so we don't know what he has. Esmar, no! It's fine. Well, okay, cool. Beast probably has 5 persuasion. Yeah, 5 persuasion. Yeah, those mimic orders are paying dividends for him. You know, he still could beat us with an ambush card, right? You know, I don't mind an initiate here, actually. It's a Paul Signet Ring. And it increases the bulk of our BG in case any of the BG combo stuff comes up. No daggers in hand. It doesn't make sense for him to ambush here. Because he wouldn't even get anything, he'd just tie me. Sweet. Intrigue and spice, let's go. That's actually sneaky good. Okay. Our next priority is treachery. Because of, oh, he actually spends the Esmar, which takes him down from 8. That's kind of awkward, isn't it? Oh no, he has spice, though. That's really strong. That's really strong for Ilbon. We might start looking at blocking Mentat now, because he's in a very good position. He's going to hit Swordmaster, and then probably Interstellar after that. But we want the Spy Sats, I think. I mean, we've drafted a decent amount of faction. So, I don't know, maybe it's not good to rush it. I mean, Holtzman would be better if we could get to Holtzman. We just don't have the spice for that. We would need 2 more spice. We don't even have any water either. We could glimpse. Glimpse is net positive on water, or on spice. Glimpse actually gives us 2 spice, right? We lose 1, but then we get 2 from the basin. And then we could get the Holtzman this round. That would be pretty awesome. Okay, just kidding. We lose the tech. We lose the spy satellites, and we lose the space. So let's glimpse. Okay, so you don't have a ton of options here. We could do a selective breeding. There's not really a card worth picking up either, is the awkward thing. I don't think Beast wants this space, so I don't think we're in any rush for it. We can't get Solari. We really don't have a lot of options. I think selective breeding is the play. Now that we don't have spy sats, we can feel more liberated to play to faction, I guess. Which is what we just drew. Although if we played a faction, we're not getting our trash off. But we just got one from the sister, so maybe it's not the end of the world. We actually would really want this Reverend Mother. That's actually probably better than the treachery here. Hopefully one of these two takes hold space, just so that Ilbon doesn't get it again next round. Close enough. Takes Mentat, which is still pretty good. Although he's not gonna get Mentat. He's gonna We don't have any 0 persuasion cards to toss with the Truesayer. But everything we pick up also has persuasion on it, so it's still worth it to throw something out. I would have preferred to go Haga Basin, Tech Negotiation, Holtzman here, but when Beast went Tech Negotiation, we didn't have the option anymore. Yeah, so he didn't go to the Fold Space, so I think we need to go to Fold Space ourselves. Or we could get the 2 water and try to get this for Holtzman. Chance that Beast beats us to it, though. Let's do this so that we can still get the 6-coster, potentially. I mean, he might beat us too, but I think he would prefer to have the treachery. We're guaranteed not getting the trash now because we went to 2 factions. Looks like Leto's going to get 2 water from the combat, so there's another problem with this. It's unlikely that we get this water for that reason as well. Eight. Treachery. So we still get the Reverend Mother, probably. We get early reveal for her, because Ilbon does have 5 cards in hand. Leto has 4. I don't know about that, though. Okay, there's a lot of choices here. So, still suits. You know, gets us a water. Secrets gets us who knows what. Fold space, more access. More access, but if we play it's fewer trashes. I think we want to play diplomacy here because we're not going to trash no matter what. So I think we just risk losing Reverend Mother. Like, if we have to pick up Chani instead, it's not a big deal. We'd probably still buy something useful, even if we don't get her. And I think she's not a priority for the other players anyway. So... let's just go ahead and get the water. Threaten the space. Or our research station for later. Oh, shoot. It's that snooper, man, that snooper. Okay, well, yeah, like, see, Worm Riders is fine. It's not as good as Reverend Mother, but it's still good enough. Ooh, 4 daggers. Okay, maybe I was wrong about who was going to have the 2 water. Truthsayer again. But we still prefer the Worm Riders, right? So now Beast is the only one that can block that space from us. Please go Interstellar. Don't let Ilbon get it again. I mean, he's obviously going to do it. He's at 2 bumps on the track. Yeah. We have the Worm Riders, which is kind of interesting. Who has the spy stats? Beast does. We really don't want that guy picking up Holtzman, but I think that's one reason why he will. Cloak and Dagger. This reveals for 4 daggers. Wonder if I was making a mistake by not early revealing for the Reverend Mother. Because it depends on how much that one persuasion, sorry, that one faction bump with Fremen and the 1 water ends up being worth. Okay, now we have access to High Council. Yeah, with this great flat, that's not a super surprising thing to see. But concerning because it means he's probably going to end up getting Holtzman. Let's do this. That blocks Ilbon. Doesn't block him the Mentat, but it blocks him in another important space. Seven troops. You know, if I take Worm Riders to hog a basin, I could actually get Holtzman. I don't think that's going to happen, because I think this guy's going to take... Skyle's going to take the Holtzman immediately. If he doesn't, that's the play. Highliner, sweet. That's actually a really good Highliner for him, too. I mean, I'm not glad that he's going to get this combat, but I'm glad that I get the Holtzman. I'm also glad I didn't put anything into this combat. Kind of an empty Highliner. We do this. Two water on, or two spice on play is just a good effect. It's just a plain old good effect to have. Don't go tech negotiation. Don't do it. You have better things to do. You're going to go to faction. There you go. The problem with this is it does take me away from playing faction. I already have a trash, so it would be kind of a free faction play. Maybe I'm better off going to, like, still suits again. Pushing from an alliance. You know what? This puts me to 6. But it's important to keep Holtzman away from Beast, I think. And we are going to get Gurney. I really don't think that Blue has the persuasion for him. I wonder if it's too late for him. I don't think it's too late for him. This is actually pretty good, too. Treasure recon. We just picked up another city access. And the nice thing is, hey, we just got Holtzman, so now we're going to shuffle the deck again. We have a chance to redraw the Worm Riders or redraw the Gurney. Boy. Ilbon reveals for a lot of spice. We sure built an engine this round. I mean, we bought a High Council seat and a Holtzman engine. We just have to hope the game doesn't end soon. Ready to trash out both daggers. Jamis. Let's go, Jamis. No, my Protectiva. I think that's probably a mistake for him to pick that up. The odds of him drawing that with the Reverend Mother in the right hand is not very likely. And he can't use both their effects, he can only use one. He might be doing it to block me, but I don't think so. Wow. Okay, that's why he's fighting so damn hard for it. Unless he just drew that. Did not draw one of our 6s, unfortunately. And we're kind of out of resources, too, which is not great. Truthsayer will help us with the draw game a little bit. Swordmaster for Beast, by the looks of it. So So late Swordmaster. Well, not really. Round 5's not that bad. This would unlock Mintat. This would give us potentially more options. Say the Solari's probably a little bit better here. All our good cards are kind of in the deck. These are our best cards in the deck, the 4 best cards we have, unfortunately. Suppose you could say the Truthsayer is the next best. Maybe it's better than the Sister. He steals it. Careful stealing things from Leto. He has a way of stealing them back again. Infiltrate. Oh, he's infiltrating Interstellar, okay. Look, there's barely any spaces have even been visited, bro, but yeah. We go Mintat here, I'm pretty sure. Mintat with Signet Ring, pick up Janus. I think. Invasion ships. Okay. Well, it means he can go to Interstellar. It's going to be a busy, busy Interstellar track. Remaining techs aren't that good. I could consider our wind traps, but yeah. Could go Hardy. I don't see that makes a whole lot of sense. Probably want to play Initiate first and see what we get. Or we could go Still Suits. I think playing Initiate makes more sense, because if we draw the Worm Riders, draw the Gurney, we're going to want to know that. Okay. Well, this reveals for a whole lot. But we don't even care about, like, yeah, we don't even care about coming in second in this. We just play the Worm Riders, I think, for the spice. Put 2 in, we go to 8. It's still not enough to win. Unfortunately, we're short of a Spice Must Flow now. That was the what with the one card we couldn't draw. We can't go Selective Breeding either. We could get there by doing Research Station, but then we kind of waste the Gurney. It's not a great play. Let's just treat the fact that we have 8 Persuasion as a happy accident, I guess. Well, it's a big club, but I'm not in it, huh? That's how that works. If we play Worm Riders to, like, I don't know. Haga Basin, we get 4 spice. 6 is to 5. It's not enough to highliner with. The techs aren't that important. I don't see that as being the play. I hate wasting the Worm Riders, but I don't see a better way to do things. Firm grip. Do we want firm grip? We might, you know, it might be worth it to early reveal for that. Because we likely have this Emperor Alliance. Gosh. The question is, can anyone else afford it? I'm the only one with the High Council seat. Beast has a Mimic film, but he already revealed it. I think I'm okay taking the risk there. I need to play my diplomacy. So, what do we do? Still suits, secrets, fold space. Well, we have Fremen access. Let's do still suits. Would definitely like to have that alliance. Oh, he has 6. 6 out of 3 cards. Wasn't expecting that. Can't retreat, though. What do you reveal? Like, double convincing, negotiate, withdraw. Okay, well. Duke also had 6, despite no... It's 2, 2, 2. Wow, okay. These guys have more persuasion than I thought, I guess. Picks up Chani. Okay, are we just going to get a crap row? Eh, pretty close. He picks up a scout, which is kind of cool, but still... So Chris Knife is interesting. It does allow us to reveal to get that Fremen bump without having to play to Fremen. We have a Jamis now, so we don't really care that much about that. I think we go ahead and reveal... Pick up the Fremen camp. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, well, trash a Dune. Good thing we pick up Persuasion, right? Although it's debatable if we even want her at this point, because we need spice most flows. Not good that he picked that up. He's got a spy satellites. We can't just have him picking up points. Although, admittedly, he's only got 2 out of it. Still concerning. With Holtzman, I think a 12-card deck is good enough. I like a smaller one in general. Wait, he only retreated 2 troops. Okay, so he wants the 4 Solari. That can't be the right play. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think so, though. Like, yeah, you get 4 for a future combat, but you could have gotten 3 out of the card with more flexibility just by saving it for a more important combat. I don't know. Okay, well, we're going to win this combat, at least. That's for sure. Boy, this is the hand that I was looking for, huh? Okay, so... Worm Rider's here, sets up a highliner for later. Truesayer can go ahead and pick me up an Emperor Alliance. We fill our garrison, huh? Also good to push Emperor because he has a firm grip now, so we can't really fuck around with that. Spaceport. Okay. Sonic Snoopers. Techs aren't really impressing me right now. troop transports. These two fighting for this is good for Beast and good for me, bad for both of them. I suspect that Leto will find a way to win that alliance back. I think that this game is looking to go long enough to where we're going to win. That's kind of my read on things. If the game goes long also, it's in our best interest to... that's annoying. It's in our best interest to probably buy Jessica instead of an SMF. Let's go ahead and drop Gurney. Corner of the market is pretty awesome here. The only downside is that there's an Ilbon in the game. So we're at 9 right now. Corner of the market's telling us don't buy Jessica, unfortunately. Oh, Ilbon did lock the alliance up. You know, if we play the Worm Riders to the Great Flat, we have enough... we have enough spice for Highliner next round. If we draw it, which we're not guaranteed to. And we're still at 9, which means we could get an SMF. Or we can go to Jessica. We have the flexibility for that. It might be in our interest to take Mintat just to prevent Ilbon from having it. Shoot. He really wants this, huh? But we have Worm Riders, so at worst we tie him, right? We could play Fremen Camp to Great Flat. We go down to 7 persuasion. Okay, Great Flat's off the table. And then we have to get Jessica. And that relies on somebody not early revealing. This. I want the point. No SMFs. No SMFs. No SMFs. It's a stretch, but it's possible. He's gearing up for next round. Probably the right play. Training drones. Murky. Murky is pretty good. Gurney Halleck, Fremen Camp, Worm Riders makes it pretty damn hard to beat me in a combat if I draw all that. Nice thing about going there, too, is that we also get a trash off. Trash out a convincing. At this point, we have BG Sisters, we have Fremen Camps, we don't need the convincing anymore. Although certainly having Persuasion is pretty powerful. Jessica will compensate for that, I think, unless Beast does something crazy here. Reveal. Up to 20. 2 Persuasion. Jess. I don't think we go up with Fremen. If we do that, we're inviting Beast to go up to block us. Better to chase other points. Just go with BG. It's a guaranteed point. Trash. Convincing. We have a Jessica now. Deck's still at 12 cards, but it's a much better 12 cards. Winner doesn't have any intrigues, so we should just win this. Do we need to worry about the game going long having an effect on Tex? Well, yeah, those invasion ships are pretty strong. He's just blocking his garrison, unless he's got that intrigue card. Spy satellites are concerning, certainly. The other ones don't bother me quite as much. The infantry puts him pretty close, so I'm definitely glad I put as many troops as I did in. Okay, so there's one SMF. We gotta remember to block Mentat. With Lady Jessica, Gurney, High Council seat, I'm not too worried about getting my Holtzman point. The threat is the game ends next round. I don't think that's going to happen. Didn't draw any of the heavy hitters. But we are at 9. Probably we want to go to Research Station this round. Play Mentat before we do that, but yeah. Good news is Ilbon can't afford it, so... Technically we're in the point lead here too. Given how big Ilbon's garrison is, I think we probably don't win this combat unless we draw into, like, Worm Rider's Gurney. The BG Alliance should fall into our lap here. Nobody even has as much as a single visit on them yet. Truesayer is actually pretty good here, right? Because we can, like, throw out, like, a Signet Ring, trash the Signet Ring... Draw 2. Mentat's still a higher priority. I don't really mind that much if Ilbon wins this. I do mind if Beast does. I mean, I don't want Ilbon to win this combat. It would be bad. I also don't want to fight on this Fremen Alliance because, like, he does have that shifting, right? Like, he could just... Like, let's say I get to here, right? Like, then he's like, okay, cool, go down with Guild up to with Fremen, and then I look pretty stupid, don't I? So, we put our bumps in other places. So I think we're going to take Mentat here. It's going to be like Truesayer Mentat. Or maybe it's going to be Initiate Mentat. I think Initiate Mentat's a little better. Could also do shift, like, a Signet Ring Mentat, grab Shifting Allegiances. Wouldn't be bad. Odds of me being able to use that card at this point are starting to decline. Let's do Truesayer there, right? No, Initiate for the draw. Perfect. And that's, you know, if I play it Initiate there, it's like I'm Ilboning there. It's pretty good. Okay, we need to be a little concerned about that. We're still ahead of him, but he's going to keep going there. Wind traps. Leto seems the most lost this game. He doesn't seem to have a ton going for him. Snoopers. Disposal facility. We don't have enough spice to get the Chimurky. With Chimurky plus corner of the market, I think we would just win the game. Without having to participate in combats. It's starting to look like we're not going to win this combat. Let's see how much Beast deploys, but I'm thinking maybe Gurney's not going to do it. At which point it's better to just visit factions. You're not going to Highliner? Who bought the Treachery? I think it was Beast. I don't know if he's played it yet. He buys the Chimurky. That's kind of scary. It'd be a good artillery game. Faction. Secrets. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We can Jamis plus know their ways. A lot of tech going out this game, and not to me. Well, Holtzman, but besides that. Really would prefer Leto win this combat than Ilbon. Good news is Ilbon's not getting an SMF. I think our odds of getting this corner are pretty good, actually. My concern is mostly about Beast. So it goes to Highliner. We could edge him out here, depending on his deployments. '21, I don't think that happens. I really don't like seeing him win this combat, but I don't think I can stop it even with Gurney. We can take his alliance, though. So do we Gurney to Carthag, or do we Gurney to Arakeen? Persuasion could be tight. Who's trick? I don't want to give him Solari. You know, because we have the sister, we're still at 9. Even if we draw a 0 persuasion card. Okay, so... let's draw every soldier, what? He's talking to the guy who has Chani. So if I put in 5 troops, I go to 10. That's just not going to happen. So we just hold him in our garrison. The game's going another round anyway. We might as well win the next combat. If he pulls 3 troops out, if that's what his card is... So what, right? What's he going to do with that? Emperor, I guess? We have more persuasion than we need now. Bendu for next round might be nice. I think he does probably go up with Emperor here, which is unfortunate. Nope, he doesn't. Okay. That makes me feel better about things overall. So we play Jamis. Trash Signet Ring. Then we flip the sister for Persuasion. We still have SMF. A little concerning, but I think it's too late for that to matter. He doesn't have enough spice to go to selective breeding. Though he will after the combat's over. So he's at 6 now. We're revealing 2 daggers. I mean, the reward is pretty good. Like, let's say we... So, let's think here. So, like, 2 daggers. Which means if we put in 4 troops... I don't really want to do that. Put in 3 troops, we take it. 3rd place. I don't think that's worth it. Do we trash a convincing? I don't think with a corner of the market we want to. But honestly, what's the better... I mean, there's no better card to trash. It's the worst card in our deck. Contingent upon the game going another round, I don't think we can lose. Maybe Beast can do it. Look how incredibly... He got lucky twice now. Look how incredibly blocked Leto's garrison, or Ilbon's garrison is. Okay, so we're back at 9. So I feel like if we just straight revealed this round, we would probably just win the game. We definitely Bendu, though. Didn't draw the Spiceman's Flow, so that's cool. Gurney and Jessica are the cards we want to draw, but we also drew Worm Riders, which is very good for winning the combat. No Grand Vision, which is also nice. Beast probably has the shifting again, which is unfortunate. So we may want to make it a priority to, like, lock in the Fremen Alliance. Depending on what his first actions are. So, like, going to Hardy Warriors would be very good. Unfortunately, he doesn't really have anything better to do with his shifting allegiances, if he has them, than to take this back. Like, he can't have this alliance. This point doesn't mean anything for him because of Spy Sats, neither does this one. Yeah, okay, well. Unfortunately, yeah. That sucks. That really sucks. There was always a chance of that. We can use the Fremen camp at least. I think we're probably winning the combat. We do not want to pass our turn. We think, like, Ilbon has 1 SMF. Our only city is Worm Riders, which is a little bit unfortunate. Because we really do want to go to city. But Truesayer, Mentat... Drop SMF. You know, we still need that BG Alliance. What about Truesayer Selective? Yeah, I like that. But what do we trash? Can't be our SMF, so I guess we trash the Dune. Okay. I'm going to save this. I don't think Ilbon can steal our alliance in the next round. Does Ilbon... He does have a shifting. Let's just... Gosh. If he does, we just go to fold space, right? And take it that way. So, no, we're fine. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but again, we just take the fold space one. Lost 2 points in the last turn cycle from alliances. Not a big alliances fan. And functionally, Beast is at 9 points. That's kind of the thing to be concerned about. Surely nobody's going to fold space here. We also have to consider the fact that there is just a point on Imperial Basin here. We also take that back by going to Wealth. Maybe it's just better than taking the fold space point. Yeah, it definitely is better. Especially because he might have a firm grip in hand. Last card is Jamis. You can draw it with Gurney. Stop it. Stop it, Beast. I really can't let Beast win the combat. That is the one thing I really can't let happen. Yeah, that would be a kind of disaster. I don't think I'm getting to 11. So I need to make sure that he doesn't get to 11. Especially given these got Shamarki. Although, if he wins the combat, he actually doesn't win the game. The game keeps going. Which is fine for me, actually. But who knows, he may have another point somewhere, so we really can't... We really can't, be confident on that. Because who knows where he could pull a point from. If I just used that bribery, hopefully that doesn't cost me the game. Problem is we have no combat cards, so like who knows what beast it has, right? That's kind of our issue. Worm Riders is 4 daggers at least. Dude. He sees his path to victory, that's for sure. Let's do the math, right? So, if we use the bribery on wealth, which is where we would do that, you know, we go to 8, buy an SMF, go to 9. So we're at 9, so is Beast. Let's say Beast finds a 10th point somewhere, then he's actually at 12. Corner of the market's 2 points. Holtzman is it 2 points? Maybe. It's not confident in that. So let's say we play Gurney. We have to play him to research station. Pretty awkward. Especially if the game goes another round. We end up losing a persuasion. I almost think it's better. You know what? We can buy the troops on Gurney. We don't play Gurney. We buy Gurney. And we play this. That way, Ilbon doesn't reveal the alliance. Go to 8. Buy an SMF, go to 9. Holtzman is 10. Corner of the market is probably 12, and we win. We're not winning the combat, probably, but we have Gurney. You know, we have Initiate. We have Daggers. We have Worm Riders. It's possible if Beast doesn't have the gas. Problem is, if Ilbon gets an SMF, we don't actually get the second corner point, which is really the way that we could lose here. That's the way that we lose for sure. The thing is, letting Beast win the combat is very bad, but it's not a guaranteed end of the game. Because, again, it does go another round. And I think I'm more likely to get my corner of the market point if the game goes another round. So I think this was the right play. It almost ensures the corner, because now he's got this firm grip in his hand that doesn't do anything. And it also sets us up if the game does go another round. And it gives us a path to winning this round, too. Does it? I don't know that it does. If we win the combat, that's the path. It adds 1 dagger. He's got 21. I don't think we can win the combat. To be honest, I haven't done the math. We can tie him with daggers. Can't win, though. Bye for Holtzman. Maybe I shouldn't have put those troops in. But if I get 5 spice, that'll be very useful next round. If the game goes another round, we do also have 2 SMFs in our deck, which is not great. Starting to poison our deck now. Maybe I should have left the Gurney troops in my garrison. I don't know. It's hard to say. We don't get the corner points. We go to 11 here, but then we lose to Beast if Beast has another point somewhere, which means the game probably does go another round. Now, Beast could preemptively trash his spy sats and get to 10. Then we beat him. No, he actually doesn't have the spice to do that. Seems like a bad play. You have another card? 21. Awesome. I mean, Beast just plays a card, but... he does not. Brilliant. What a legend. Now, Grand Vision is interesting. I don't think I'm at risk of losing an alliance here, but if somebody uses Shifting Allegiances, it could happen. Finally, a battle that Beast doesn't get a free combat freaking troop for. Unfortunately, it's a battle that I was prepared to win that I probably can't. Although, arguably, Ilbon is a little bit more prepared for. I don't know. Worm Riders plus Gurney. I mean, I can still win it. It's a point, right? It's a point on Guild. Two SMFs in the deck. We were lucky enough we didn't draw the SMFs. I think right now the play is Gurney at Research Station. That makes it much more likely that we get the corner second point. And an SMF point's the best way for us to end the game. We have to be worried about Beast winning the combat, but the combat's just not that valuable. What is that about? Does he have a war chest, maybe? I can think of. So, yeah, Research Station is for sure the play. 13 Persuasion. Really don't like him drawing Mentat. But he has two SMFs in his deck now, so there's a chance that he draws into crap. Although one of them is in his discard pile. I'm not worried about Ilbon beating me, and I'm not worried about Leto beating me. I'm really only worried about Beast beating me. Gurney Halleck is a bad mamma jamma, dude. This card puts in work. Now, I do wonder if Beast is going to trash his spy satellites this round. He's got a lot of spice. If he gets... He also has shifting, so like he could use shifting and get another point from one of the factions, and then peace out on the spy stats, although I don't know what good that does him. SMF on deck. Only card that can be drawn, too, so there's no point in drawing anything. Since the person that, if he wins, will beat me is the person who has Murky. And that's pretty scary. That Murky is pretty terrifying because it you know, gives him a very realistic chance of just finding some points in his hand and beating me that way. I wonder if he goes to wealth, we know the jig is up, we know what he's doing, but it's, I mean, too late. If he really wanted to go to Conspire, so we can't, like, blocking it does anything. Still never went to guild. Unfortunate that he has this alliance because of the Worm Riders, but honestly, the two, I mean, you know, the 4 daggers is still pretty good. We could Highliner. I don't know what good it would do us, but we could do it. Again, I think priority is buying a Spice Must Flow. Anything else is secondary. So Highliner's off the table. That's fine. And I guess that gives him his... He's looking for... I think he's got a war chest in hand. The thing is, winning the combat really doesn't give him anything. We could Jamis. So I think what we want to do... We want to play the Fremen camp. Takes us down to 9, which is not 9, but it's actually 11. Intrigues remain one of the best ways to keep the juice flowing. Let's do this. Do I give him? I don't really care if I give Leto Spice at this point. What about the techs? Artillery is actually really good. It doesn't really hurt me at all to pick it up. Except that all my green cards have persuasion on them. Blocking tech negotiation is good because we really don't want Ilbon to have a Spice Must Flow. That's one way he could do it. We don't want Beast to have a Spice Must Flow either, for that matter. We're gonna get a lot of daggers out of this artillery. Now we're exactly at well, no, we're not. We're at 15, 13. We're at 13, so we're not going to lose the SMF. It's not a risk. We play the Fremen camp last action. Does Leto have... I guess the thing we would be concerned about is if Beast had Grand Conspiracy, but he doesn't have a High Council seat. He also doesn't have an SMF. He doesn't have a point from that. The War Chest is a little bit more concerning. He also could have Machine Culture. There's an argument to go secrets here just because it really prevents anybody from ever possibly stealing my alliance. If, you know, they go on some crazy run with this combat win. Diplomacy of Secrets isn't horrible. I think the 3 troops is a lot better from Fremen camp. Really 4, because I deploy an additional one. That's 4 troops, that's 8 strength, so we go to 16. And then we reveal 3, 5, to... So yeah. Timed out. Wasteful. So if Illbond, I mean, they'd have to have demand respect specifically, right? Like, that's the only way it happens. Is that card in play? Yeah. I don't think I should live in fear of that. Let's just try to win the combat ourselves. We can still reveal this for daggers. 3 daggers even. Besides, it's not like we get machine culture. Or really any of the other points. We get 1 point from plans within plans, but I don't think it's worth fishing for that. I guess we'd get a point from Grand Conspiracy too, I believe. Yeah, we get a point from Grand Conspiracy as well. I think Grand Conspiracy, I'm fairly confident, based on the weird Interstellar play, I'm fairly confident that Beast has machine culture. No, sorry, war chest, which would put him at 10, right? But we're getting much more than 10. We're going to like 12, maybe more. I think we've got this. This is going to be a pretty freaking fat reveal. If these guys will go ahead and take their turns anyway. What does that do for him? Point. Okay, that's something. I still think he's capped out. Does he have an SMF? That's really the question, because I might not get my second point if he does. Cool. No SMF for Beast. So Beast isn't the threat. I don't think we lose here. Oh my god. Read him and weep, boys. What do we trash? I don't want to trash any. Let's trash diplomacy for the giggles. I'm sending that one to my friends. So Holtzman puts us at 11. Corner of the Market puts us at 12. If Ilbon doesn't buy an SMF here, which is looking like he's not because we took that away from him, you know, we're at 13. If we win the combat, we're at 14. And I don't think he's getting 9 daggers out of that hand. Oh, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. No negotiate, withdraw. Excellent. Not taking my alliance, but oh, he does get the SMF. Okay, so I don't think he trashed one of them. Pretty sure he didn't. Yeah, so we don't get the second point. Nah, he didn't. Firebreaker doesn't do anything. Machine culture. Oh, wow. Does he have a war chest as well? If the game goes... What is this, round 9? Yeah, if the game goes to round 9, Armand's going to win. We were worried about Beast, and being worried about Beast was correct. He was the person who had the most points next to us. Could have gotten to 14, which would have been nice, but Ilbon prevented it. So close, dude. There's that achievement for winning the combat with like 30. I still don't have it. So close. So close. So who was the MVP this game? Was it Jessica? Gurney? I don't know. They both did a lot of work. Jessica came later. But without that bump on BG, you know, that's an alliance I don't have. I think it's probably Jessica. Hard to say, right? I mean, Gurney did a lot of work. How many combat points did we end up with? Just 1. Functionally 2, because we got a point from going up 2 with Guild, but okay, we'll say 2 combat points. I don't know. You get to go either way with it. The card draw is also really nice. We'll say that Jessica was the MVP, because I think that's probably how it went. Did I trash my whole starting deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The entire starting deck is gone. This deck is better than the starting deck, despite the fact that the SMFs are cancerously bad. We've got 3 tumors in here, but even with 3 tumors, this is a pretty damn good deck. Yeah, good to have a victory right after losing those prelims. Anyway, hopefully the 3rd prelim will be a game more like this. Hopefully Armand will be available in the pool, and we won't have to worry about such things. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording here. I hope you guys had a great time.